Guess what? You already have all the strength you need inside you.
Hey, this is Stef.
And welcome to the Together Moving Forward podcast. A podcast helping 2S LGBTQI plus people embrace self love and self respect so you can celebrate yourself with pride. In this episode, you'll discover how embracing your LGBTQ identity can turn pain into purpose instead of shame. How representation and unity are essential for pride, healing, and feeling less alone. How true healing goes beyond survival and leads to self love, joy, and self respect. Today's conversation is about moving from simply surviving to fully embracing your LGBTQ identity with pride. Hello again, I'm Stef Vachon, and I'm a human being. Welcome back to the Together Moving Forward podcast. Embrace your 2S LGBTQI plus identity with pride through self love. No matter where you stand in the 2S LGBTQI plus spectrum, we are all connected. And if you ever struggle to fully love and respect yourself, you're not alone. And this podcast is here to help you. As someone who has navigated my own journey of self acceptance as a queer, I know the power of hearing voices that reflect our own experiences. In this podcast, you'll hear real stories and conversations that leave you with practical tools, fresh perspectives, and the confidence to embrace who you are with pride. To start, I need to say that I'm not a psychologist, a specialist, or someone with a college degree. I'm just a regular guy here to share with all of you and support each other. I will share my journey, and we will all share journeys together. We'll learn from each other how to move forward. In the last episode, episode 43, we had a powerful conversation with RiVERSE, a group that reminded us just how transformative it can be to live openly, honestly, and proudly as LGBTQ individuals. Today's episode is a follow up on our conversation that stayed with me because of what was said and how real and human it was. Let's reflect and share the three most important highlights from that conversation and explain them in a simple and accessible way so we can really let the lessons sink in. The highlight number one: embracing your LGBTQ identity turns pain into purpose. One of the strongest messages from episode 43 was this: our pain does not disqualify us, it can actually shape our purpose. Each member of RiVERSE shared parts of their journey that weren't easy: illness, addiction recovery, living with HIV, feeling different, feeling unseen. And what really stayed with me is how none of those experiences defined them in a negative way. Instead of hiding those parts of themselves, they chose to speak about them. They chose honesty over silence. And when you fully embrace your LGBTQ identity, even the parts shaped by pain, something shifts. You stop seeing your story as something to be ashamed of, and you start seeing it as something meaningful. It doesn't mean the pain disappears, but it stops being wasted. It becomes connection, it becomes purpose, it becomes something that might help someone else feel less alone. That's such an important reminder for anyone listening who feels like their story is too much, too complicated, or too heavy. Your identity, exactly as it is, has value, and your lived experience matters. Highlight number two: representation and unity are not optional, they're healing. Another big lesson from episode 43 is how much representation and unity truly matter in the LGBTQ community. RiVERSE is made up of very different people, different backgrounds, identities, lived experiences, yet they stand together. And that alone sends a powerful message. You don't have to look a certain way, sound a certain way, or live a certain life to belong. For so many of us, Growing up without representation created doubt about who we were, doubt about whether there was a place for us in the world. When we see people like us being visible, successful, joyful, and authentic, it heals something deep inside. It reminds us that our future doesn't have to be small or limited. Representation isn't about ego or attention, it's about survival and hope. And unity reminds us that even if our journeys are different, we don't have to walk them alone. In a world that still tries to divide us, choosing unity becomes an act of pride and an act of resistance. Highlight number three: healing is not just survival, it's learning to love yourself. The third highlight really touched me personally. This episode showed us that healing isn't just about getting through hard things. It's about learning how to love and respect yourself after everything you've been through. So many LGBTQ people are taught to survive first, to hide, to adapt, to stay quiet, to not take up too much space. And for a long time, survival feels like enough. But survival alone isn't the goal. What Reverse showed us is that healing means allowing joy back in. It means letting yourself feel proud. It means believing that you deserve love, not one day, not when you're fixed, but right now. Self love isn't selfish, it's necessary. And when you practice it, something beautiful happens. You don't just heal yourself, you give others permission to start healing too. When I look back at episode 43, these three lessons come together so clearly. Embracing your LGBTQ identity can transform pain into purpose. Representation and unity help us feel seen, supported, and connected. Healing goes beyond survival, it leads to self love and pride. These aren't just ideas to think about, they're reminders we can come back to when things feel heavy. They're tools we can carry with us as we continue learning how to show up fully as ourselves. This is what moving forward really looks like. I'm always looking for inspiring guests for the podcast. I'd love to have you or someone you know share your journey with pride. The world needs your story. It has the power to change lives, and your voice matters. Please reach out and send me an email today. It is already time to say au revoir just for now. So please join me every Monday and Thursday for brand new episodes of the Together Moving Forward podcast and learn how to embrace your true LGBTQIA plus identity with confidence and pride. If you enjoyed this podcast, be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode on how to love and respect yourself. And if you found this episode useful, share it with a friend or someone you know in our Tourist LGBTQIA plus community so you can help them embrace self love. It might seem like a small gesture, but it truly makes a huge difference. Wherever you are from in the world, we are all connected. Remember, solidarity beats hate. The more we unite, the stronger we become. Because at the end of the day, we are all equally human and we all deserve the same rights. Before we close with our weekly positive thought, I want to tell you what this one personally means to me. In episode 43, we ended with this affirmation: I have the strength to overcome challenges. For me, this thought connects perfectly to today's episode. Strength doesn't mean you never struggle. It doesn't mean you always feel confident or fearless. Strength means you keep choosing yourself, your identity, your truth, your pride, even on the days when it feels uncomfortable or exhausting. Listening to Reverse reminded me that strength looks different for everyone. Sometimes it's surviving, sometimes it's asking for help, sometimes it's finally believing that you are worthy of love, including your own. And guess what? You already have that strength inside you. You always have. Now is the time to put your hand on your heart and let's repeat it again. You and me together. This week, positive thoughts. I have the strength to overcome challenges. Yet, I have the strength to overcome challenges. From shame, guilt, silence, and rejection, to pride, freedom, healing, and love. Together moving forward. Thank you so much for being here with me today and for taking this moment to reflect with me. I truly appreciate it. See you real soon. Ciao. Subscribe now and share to uplift, empower, and make a real difference in our community.